Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little different. So instead of doing makeup on myself, I thought I'd talk to you about my opinion on my Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes. I know she has a lot of new ones that I would love to try, but I'm just going to be talking about the ones that I currently have and what experience with those was like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and let's not waste any time and get right into it. I'm going to be ranking her eyeshadow palettes, and I don't have all of them, so this is only going to be based on my opinion and based on the palettes that I have. So it might not necessarily mean that there isn't a newer palette that isn't better than these ones. So I'm just going to be talking to you about the ones that I have only. First rank is going to be between the big palettes. The second ranking is going to be the small palettes. So I'm going to show you from worst to best. Starting off with my least favorite palette, it is the first palette that she ever made. It is beautiful. Just because it's my least doesn't mean that I don't like it. It's just my least favorite because, first of all, it doesn't have a mirror. So if you were to travel, this wouldn't be a very good palette to travel with because you can't even look in the mirror while you're applying your eyeshadow. So number one thing, it doesn't have a mirror. I do like how you can see the eyeshadow palettes without opening it. When I travel, I have to make my makeup as compact as possible. So I definitely would not put this in my travel makeup kit. If you're looking for different textures though, these are really good. Like, for example, I'm going to show you a couple of swatches just so you know what I mean. So the shade Dubai, look how beautiful that is. So I'm going to swatch it for you. I mean, I love the color payoff, and with these eyeshadows, it's better to use your finger versus a brush because it doesn't transfer as well if you use a brush. So your finger is best. Like, just look at that. Huda Beauty did come out with a remastered rose gold palette, and I did hear that that one was way better, but I just didn't want to spend another $100 with tax on another Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette that had almost the exact same shades. I did hear the new formula, however, was better. If you guys like the shades in here, then I would recommend testing out the Rose Gold edition because I only heard good reviews about that one. So I'm pretty sure she did a really good job on her second launch of the same palette. The second large palette I'm going to be talking about is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. This palette is gorgeous, you guys. The mattes, the shimmers, and the glitter, they're all absolutely beautiful. The color payout is so good. I've used this for so many looks, especially cultural looks. You would not go wrong with this palette. So that's the shade called Retrograde. I'm going to show you a quick swatch of one of the matte shades, and then you'll see how pigmented it really is. So this is the shade called Blazing from the palette, and just look at this. Guys, which other palette gives you this much color payoff? Like, that's amazing for an eyeshadow. I think that's amazing. Packaging. This one comes with a mirror. So do I like this better than the Rose Gold edition? Yes, 100%. Because it has a mirror, I can travel with this. But would I travel with this? No, because when I'm traveling, I'm trying to take something with more neutral shades, and this one is very colorful. Don't get me wrong, these colors are beautiful, but I just don't see myself wearing these colors if I was on a vacation. So moving on to my favorite palette, which is this one. Out of the large palettes that I have, I only have 3. This one, hands down, is my favorite one. When I first got into makeup, I absolutely loved pinks and mauves, and that's all I would wear. This has to be my favorite pinky mauvey toned palette because you can do so much with it. She has literally killed it with her textured shadows and her matte shadows, and there's a glitter in this one. I absolutely love this palette. I do have this one on my eyes today as well. It's literally just 2 shades, one shade in my crease, and I used my finger for the shimmery textured shade. And because it has like white flakes in it, when they mix, it looks absolutely stunning. If you guys like your pinky toned eyeshadows, this definitely is worth the $85 plus tax. This is one of the best palettes she has ever made, and I would definitely repurchase this. I would travel with this because I love mauve and pink shades. If you guys like more browns, then definitely stay away from this palette because yes, there's a lot of berry tones and pink tones, so you may not like it if you're into your browns. Another large Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette that I wanted to talk to you about is the Mercury Retrograde. I don't have it with me because I returned it. I feel like that palette is beautiful. She totally stepped up her game on the packaging as well. But those shades just weren't for me. I didn't see myself using them, or I already had too many and I just ended up returning it for that reason. But if you guys like those tones, I will insert a picture here so you can see what I'm talking about. If you guys like those tones, then definitely check that palette out. It has like the biggest mirror and the packaging is beautiful. Moving on to the Small Obsessions palettes. So my first one that I ever got was the Electric Obsessions. And I absolutely love the shades in it, but guess what? My whole palette is cracked, and this happened to me twice. The first time I got it, it came cracked, so I ended up giving it to my sister because I didn't want to use any of the shades. And then I ordered it again, and guess what? I dropped it and it cracked. So would I recommend this packaging, especially if you're traveling? No. The colors in this for traveling? No. So this is, if you were to go from worst to best, this one would be my worst one. This is the Ruby Obsessions palette. This palette is beautiful. The shades are stunning, but I just don't reach out for this palette as much because it's Ruby Obsessions. I don't really wear that much red eyeshadow. If I'm doing funky looks on Instagram, I will pull this bad boy out. But on a regular day-to-day basis, I wouldn't recommend this because yeah, the colors are too vibrant for me personally. So if you're into more neutrals or pinks, I would stay away from this one. I do love the packaging. I love how it's like shiny. I don't know if you could see that in the video. And I love the little mirror that it comes with. It's so cute. You can kind of see your whole face with it. So it's like the perfect size mirror. The Mint Obsessions. Now I love pastel colors, but again, I can't wear them every day. I wouldn't recommend them for traveling because these colors are not going to match all of my outfits. So if you're looking for more of a travel type of recommendation, I would stay away from this. Two of my Huda Beauty Obsessions palettes, a couple of the shades shattered, and like every time I open it, it makes a big mess. So I do definitely prefer the packaging of these ones. I know she has a bunch of new ones, but I just didn't need them because I own so many other eyeshadow palettes and I didn't want to buy them. Second favorite Huda Beauty Obsessions palette has to be the Emerald. These shades, I've been able to do so many looks on my page. I've used this so many times. I just feel like you can do a lot with all of these shades. Like with this line, I could do like a more army olive green type of color, and then this is so vibrant, like it speaks like Jago vibes to me. So I feel like in this line right here you have this whole palette. Like the only shades that I reach for in this palette can also be found here. I know they're not exactly the same, but they're very similar. But on my skin tone, it's very chalky, and it's not like exactly how it is on the pan versus how it is on my eye. Like it's totally different in the pan, and then the payout it gives me on my eye is not really something that I like. I do rank this as my number 2. Again, I want to repeat a disclaimer. This is only my opinion for the ones that I own. There are other Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes that are better for sure. So my favorite Obsessions palette is the Smoky Obsessions. I don't want to open it because I have cracked a couple of the shades. If you easily break stuff, if you drop stuff, then you want to stay away from these ones because they do break really easily. This is my favorite Obsessions palette just because it has like the perfect silver for brown skin tones. Like I've never found a silver that I actually like on my eyes. But this one, like when you put it on your lids, it's so beautiful. it doesn't have that gray like bluish undertone, and I feel like that's really hard to find. And any silvers with like that blue gray undertone, they just don't look good on like my brown skin. I'm gonna show you a swatch of the silver because it is my favorite. So that's what that looks like. Hopefully you guys can see. I just love how that looks. And it comes with dark browns, it comes with a black, so you can create a smoky eye. You can create your everyday eye just by putting the light brown in your crease. I know it's hard to imagine, I'm just going to show you carefully. You can put this guy in your crease, wear it as a neutral look. If you want to do your smoky, you have your dark browns, you have your black, and then if you want to do like a party look, these bottom shades will match all of your outfits. So I absolutely love this one. Would I travel with this one? Yes. But because it's broken, I might not, because I do have a lot of other options. So that concludes our video. I know I don't have that many, but 8 Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes is a little pricey. I have all the shades that I need. I do have a lot of other brands, and eyeshadow is my favorite thing to work on when it comes to clients and myself. I love playing around with my eyes. Eyes are like my favorite feature. Please let me know in the comments below if you guys would like to see more ranking videos like this one. I do have a lot of Anastasia palettes as well, and if you guys want to see my worst to my best, I can do another video like this. So let me know in the comments below what you guys would like to see, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. The Huda Beauty eyeshadows I love. They're very pigmented and they're very unique colors that you can't really find in the market. I do love them. If you guys are a Huda Beauty fan like me, check out my review on her stick foundation. Personally, a eyeshadow junkie, you will find more eyeshadow in my beauty room than any other product because I love eyeshadow. It's like my weakness when it comes to shopping for makeup. I know I don't need palettes and I just keep on buying more. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know I love working on my eyes and I love showing my eyes step by step on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me there, check out my Instagram. It's GTA Glam. Follow me on TikTok, and see you next time. Bye!